Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Tuesday video report. I'm General Manager of the world's largest online sports handicapping website in the world, VegasSportsAdvisors.com. Each and every day here on Roku and over on the website, you can get my daily video report along with those from Brandon Lang, the handicapper who had the movie about his life, Two for the Money, made a few years ago, starring Matthew McConaughey and Al Pacino, the guy who is 19-3-2 lifetime with his Super Bowl plays. You can get our daily video reports each and every day here on Roku and over on VegasSportsAdvisors.com. I've got 3 free selections for you today. First one is in the NBA. Until the Golden State Warriors prove that they can't cover a big number, I'm going to keep riding them as a free selection. They're a 9.5-point choice tonight against Chicago at home. Is it a big price? Sure. But this is a team that's 21-1 at the Oracle this season. They've won 19 consecutive home games by an average of 18.1 points. They're 14-0 straight up against Eastern Conference teams this season. They're 13-1 straight up overall since losing back-to-back games in LA, straddling Christmas last month. And they've scored at least 110 points in all but one of those games. And the one they didn't, they scored 104. And how hot is this offense? Listen, it's not just Klay Thompson getting 37 points in a single quarter as he did a couple of games ago. No, this is an offense that has scored 114, 126, 126, 122, 131, and 115 points. That's just their last 6 games. Meanwhile, you have the Bulls, losers of 7 of their last 11, coming off a head-scratching 96-84 home loss to Miami on Sunday. I think this is a battle of the backcourts, and I'm going to take Klay Thompson and Steph Curry with the way they're playing against Jimmy Butler, who's cooled off after a sensational MVP-like performance to start the season. He's hit just 38% of his shots in the last 10 games, and Derrick Rose, I'll give the edge to the deeper, better Warriors in this one. Now, in college basketball, guys, I'm going to go and ride Kansas State minus the 1.5 to 2 points at home against West Virginia. Last time I won a game involving Kansas State and Bruce Weber, not one of my favorite teams, and certainly not one of my favorite coaches, even from his days when he was at Illinois. But you got a West Virginia team here that barely survived overtime at home, 86-85 against TCU. You've got a West Virginia team that's shooting just 41.7% from the field. That's 9th in the Big 12. There's only 10 teams in the Big 12. You get my drift? This is a team that doesn't hit free throws, just 66.6%. And guys, listen, in close games, you always have to be worried about backing a road team when they can't convert the freebies. Same thing applies when you're backing a home team laying a big number of points. When they can't hit the free throws, they're not going to cover 9 times out of 10. And again, West Virginia only hits at a 66.6% clip of its free throws. Now, last road game for West Virginia, they went to Texas. They were hammered 77-50, shot only 24% from the field in that game. Meanwhile, the Wildcats have won 5 of their last 6 following a 10-point home win against Oklahoma State over the weekend. Their only loss in that 6-game stretch was at Iowa State by 6. Nothing to be embarrassed about there. They've won 20 out of 22 in Big 12 play at home with Bruce Weber at the helm, and 42 of their last 47 overall in Manhattan. I'm going to go with Kansas State. And your final freebie is going to be Georgetown, minus the 5 points at home against Xavier. Big revenge game for the Hoyas, who the first time they entered the top 25 rankings this season went to Xavier, opened Big East play December 31st, New Year's Eve, and they got hammered in that game. I mean, it wasn't even close, 70-53. Well, since then, Georgetown has won 5 out of 6, with the only loss coming in overtime to Providence, including 4 straight wins. They're once again back in the top 25, and tonight they seek revenge against Xavier. Now, Xavier's 4-0 straight up at home in Big East play this season, but they're 0-4 on the conference road. No big surprise, because last year they were 3-6 on the Big East Highway. And I'm going to go with Georgetown here tonight. Now, this is a Georgetown team that needed overtime to beat Marquette by 10 over the weekend. Beat up Villanova, remember, just 8 days ago in that big Monday showdown. And they're home. They're 3-0 so far this season with their Big East play. The only reason I didn't use this as a best bet, and I'm not wagering on it, is that 2 of their starters, who combine to average about 17 points a game. In fact, their 3rd and 4th leading scorers, and one of the guys happens to be their 3rd leading rebound, they are both very questionable for tonight's game because they both left the Marquette overtime win this past weekend with injuries. Now, the Hoyas are a very deep team, and whether these guys play or not, I think 5 is a very manageable price for a Georgetown team that has an RPI of about 13 And in terms of strength of schedule, number 4 in the country. 10-1 too at home this season. Their only loss coming to Kansas. That's forgivable as well. So I'll ride Georgetown as your final free selection. That'll do it, guys. Remember, you can get my best bet today. In fact, it's a big play. It's the second ever 20-dime release of my career. It's on the SEC game between Tennessee and Arkansas. First one was last Monday when I cashed in with Texas -3 by 18 at TCU. Second ever 20-dime play of my career, plus all the plays of all the handicappers over at VegasSportsAdvisors.com today for free, simply by checking out the one-day free all-access pass. Free means free. Check it out over at VegasSportsAdvisors.com. And until tomorrow, best of luck tonight. Bye, guys.